Hello everybody and welcome back to the next episode of Aut Caesar Aut Nihil in Mountain Blade Warband outside Roma. We have a quest to do, a meeting. We need to visit the goods merchants of Rome. And really I don't know more than that, but we're going to take a walk around the streets and see what he has to say to us. Thankfully we do actually have a horse now. Oh yes, Guinevere is also still potentially a problem. You're the horse merchant. Where's the goods merchant? This is the market. You're the armourer. Augustus the tailor. Merchant. Gaius Marius. He got some interesting weapons and armour. I doubt I'll be able to afford you for the time being though, so we'll come back for that. I'm also going to speak to the tailor here. I'm just curious to see what they have for us. Augustus the tailor. Show me the dresses and tunics you sell. That is quite a lot. It's quite a variety, isn't there? Fancy toga. A fancy dress. I'm guessing this would be for like stuff we could wear when we're not fighting. But I don't think that's that useful at the moment. I'm looking for the goods merchant. Exit the forum and go to the building just past the tavern on the far side. Is it you? Exit the Roman forum and go to the building just past the tavern on the far side. Fine. I don't think the tavern's going to be this way, is it? You might be someone important. You seem a little bit off the beaten track. Oh, you're Petronius, though. You are the... You're a completely different quest. We know where Petronius is now, so we can always come back to that. We've got a few things to do here in Rome, that's for sure. Don't feel like this is the tavern particularly. I feel like this is more like government buildings over this way. You might be a goods merchant. You're a merchant. Where is this man? Shop is market with a sign. This is on the far side, fine. Then we need to go back the way we came. We also know where Petronius is as well, for anything in the future. We're looking for a tavern or something of that nature. Could you please move out of the way, small child? I'm getting in the way. There's a tavern sign. Can't help but notice there's an open door over here. Of some kind. Let's have a quick look inside. Hello? Oh, these are the catacombs. Interesting. What am I expecting in the catacombs? I might just have my axe out just in case. Or is this where we met to worship Christ? I'm not sure. I will have my weapons out just as a security measure. I feel like these catacombs are going to become important one way or another at some point. Question is, what are they going to be useful for? That looks like the sign of Christ. But we can't break down the door. Okay, let's go back to the streets. See if we can find this man. The children are so quick, they run at like 2 times speed. Okay, it did say a sign. There's a sign there. You a good store of some kind? Door to the shop. You look important. Hey, you useless idiot. Didn't I not order you to bring the wine in the cellar? I should punish you for being so stupid. I am not your slave, I am Aurelia, and I was told you want to speak with me. I also was told I would receive a reward of 1,000 dinars. Ah, Aurelia, I am sorry. Yes, here is your money. 1,000 dinars as promised. You seem to be someone who values money. I appreciate that. Nevertheless, let's get straight to the point. I need your help in a certain matter, and I'm sure you can handle this. What do you want me to get done? I have a little problem. Actually, it's a huge problem. A man called Lucullus has opened a shop and he sells goods with a lower price than me. When my customers find out that they can buy their stuff much cheaper than I am done, I want you to visit the shop of Lucullus and get rid of the problem. So you want me to go there and destroy his shop? No, kill him. If you destroy his shop, he can rebuild it and hire guards. The easiest way would be to kill him or let him disappear. I'll pay you 10,000 for the job. Very good. One of my slaves will bring you to his shop. I know he is currently waiting shipment from Egypt. You enter the shop and tell him you are here with goods he is awaiting. Then you follow him to his warehouse and kill him. You follow the slave through the streets of Rome to a huge building. The slave says that this is the warehouse of Lucullus. He laughs for a moment and then leaves you alone. You are a bit confused when you remember your mission and walk towards the door. You notice it is open. As you enter the house, several old men await you. One says, our master knows about his plan. You better fight for your life. Howdy, fellas. I felt like we were expecting something like this to happen anyway. But I need to clear out a couple of them. We are somewhat stuck here in the corner. And we're being knocked out. Fine, that didn't quite go to plan. Okay, you fall to the ground, everything seems black. After some hours you wake with a terrible headache. It seems you are alive. Interesting. Looks like we can't do more there. Can I go back and speak to this man again? Now I know where he is. I mean, I failed the task. I'll be intrigued to see what he has to say to that. Probably nothing particularly good, I would imagine. I have to remember I'm actually not a very strong warrior just yet. Hello there, I'm sorry I failed. I hope everything proceeded as planned. It was a total disaster. Seize one of your slaves, works for Lucullus. As I entered the warehouse, I was attacked by 4 armed guards who were hired by Lucullus to kill me, but I managed to escape. Damn it, by the gods, this is terrible news. I also heard rumours he has started to sell a drink called beer. He imports it from the barbarians of Germania, and it seems to be quite popular among the Romans. These are dangerous developments. With their drinks, sooner or later, under their barbarian habits will come to Rome. The moral decline under Nero is slowly reaching its peak. Nevertheless, the most important thing now is to kill Lucullus, and I already have a new idea. You will directly storm his villa and kill him. He won't accept such a bold move. This sounds as stupid as your previous plan. Don't call my plan stupid. Sure. I mean, that's a nice looking piece of gear. I'm not even sure if I need to do this straight away. Go to the villa under the sights of Rome. Your companions can help you. I mean, that's some pretty nice armour. And a nice helmet. We just won't go there just yet. There's nothing saying I have to go straight away. So that just gives me a little bit more breathing room to work with, I would say. So I think we'll come back to that one a little bit later. But we've now got some heavy armour and a nice helmet as well. We could look a little bit odd, I don't know why. Let's go get some troops, actually. I can now recruit volunteers. 5 Vigile. They do cost a pretty penny, however. Not interestingly, they are classed as spearmen. But they appear to be actual proper troops, which is nice. I guess the one benefit of Rome is that you can just recruit people pretty easily, although I thought perhaps you wouldn't be able to as, you know, just a random citizen. But I will get a few of these guys, and they don't appear to be hugely expensive. In fact, they're only slightly less expensive, or slightly more expensive than these mercenaries, which I guess makes sense because they're mercenaries. Oh, got some different troops there. What are you? You are also spearmen. I'm going to just reclassify you guys to infantry for now. I don't tend to use spearmen very often. I'm guessing the recruits I get might differ depending on where I am recruiting from. I'm going to need rest. We can do that momentarily. Yeah, it definitely seems like we get a different troop depending on where we're recruiting from. I'm guessing whether we're recruiting in Gaul or, you know, in Rome. That changes things a little bit. We're just going to let our soldiers rest here. There we go. And we can keep on upgrading. We'll keep some custoses, I guess. Just for the benefit of extra horsemen. Get some more Vigile. And that will see us for a little while, I would imagine. Canuntum we can go to. It's only a fort though, it's less interesting. I reckon we could probably take on some Illyrian mercenaries now, or Illyrian deserters. Because they seemed pretty tough before, but now that we've got actual kind of Roman soldiers, I'm less concerned about that. We'll go to Segestica. Get some more of you. We are going to tear through quite a bit of money here, but my hope is we can make that back. The water reserves have been contaminated. Must be rationed until you reach the next town. Pop into Salona. We're just going to wait here to get our morale back, I think. And we might start looking at becoming a vassal of the Romans eventually, if that's something we can think about. There's an Illyrian lair. Here's some fighting going on somewhere. You are Illyrians. You're keen to follow me, though. Maybe not 43 of them. I may not have a choice.
We can do this the easy way.
We will try fight them. I'm kind of hoping... Oh, these guys look cool with their proper shields. I guess you are spearmen. Because you have spears. Although there might be throwing weapons, I'm not entirely sure. This is an incredibly flat map. I prefer something a lot more beneficial to work with, if possible. This might just have to do. It's hardly a particularly big hill. It might be better than nothing. We have a few cavalry, so we'll try and use them eventually. I also have some new gear for myself, although I look very silly with my new helmet on, I would say. But hey ho. I'm hoping the quality of our Vigilia here might work in our favour. These are proper Roman troops. Albeit probably the lowest rung on the ladder. We've also got our troops from Gaul here as well. As well as what other troops we had in the meantime. I don't know if I've got any archers. No, I don't, but I do have skirmishers. I think we're going to join our troops on foot for now. You are all spearmen, actually. I can see why you're classified as spearmen, but I'd rather keep you in one big line for now. It's cool to be fighting with a proper big army. I'm concerned the mercenaries, though, might be a bit too tough for us. I don't want to send the cavalry in straight away, but this is the biggest battle we've done so far. If you lads could bash down their shields a bit with your rocks, that'd be appreciated. We definitely want some more long-ranged troops, and these guys are good at their slings, because you can be pretty powerful with a sling even with pretty low armour. But it's something you still got to watch out for in general. I'm trying to let them string themselves out a bit, just so we find it a little bit easier to deal with them. And I'm really hoping I guess they're probably equivalent to like legionaries or low-level Roman recruits have throwing weapons to work with. They've got a sword, I'm guessing a gladius or something like that. But a throwing weapon would not go amiss for sure. It's a big old battle map. But I don't mind that, because I can't remember if stamina's the thing in this, but letting them wear themselves out is probably not a bad thing. Okay, they're going to start throwing things, they're going to start attacking, we're also going to throw things at them, hopefully. Do none of our spearmen have any throwing weapons? Doesn't look like it, does it? I'm also not very good at using throwing weapons myself, but I want to try, because I don't usually use throwing weapons very much. We see there's no benefit in us waiting. Let's just go. There's no benefit in us. No benefit in letting them attack us. I probably shouldn't let the cavalrymen go in though. But we're doing well. Even though the Illyrian mercenaries thought they could do well here, Illyrian troops, we seem to be doing pretty well. I keep on calling them Illyrian mercenaries because that's what they were called in Rome Total War. But we've also got much better gear for our stuff, which I'm very happy about, through that guy's quest. What are our... Oh, there's my horse. Let's see if we can catch up to him. I don't know if we can call our horse. There's probably not a way to do so. Please come back, horse. It may not be our horse. It might be the dead Custos' horse. It probably is the dead Custos' horse. The majority of them are routing. Let's see if we can go find our horse to join in the fun here. I don't think we'll be able to get the guys at the back, unfortunately. That's fine, we can leave. We've done pretty well there. Let's bunch them around, a bunch of renown. Capture you guys. We'll get some more cavalrymen. And we'll go for you, I guess, or you're a horse archer. Horse archers do notoriously badly in Mountain Blade Warband, but hey ho. Let's just have a quick look here. I might take the Illyrian shield over the Germanic shield if it's any better. I think it's about the same actually. We'll let our heroes take what they want and gather everything else. I definitely think hanging around the Illyrian lair would not be a bad thing for us. We'll just head over here to sell some stuff. Now we've got to watch out for our kind of finances. Hi, lassie. I can't help thinking to myself, you made quite a name for yourself, haven't you? Fighting and marching up and down the length of the land. Why, I suspect if you were a man, some king would have offered you a fief by now. Well, you may still get what you deserve, you just have to prove yourself a bit more. Thank you. I'm guessing we can't just go to Rome and offer our services. You are a prison broker. by all means. Okay. Lots of mercenaries there, but we don't particularly need one. Or multiple mercenaries at the moment. So we'll settle this. We need to find a more sustainable way of gaining income. Because I imagine slaves and new can only take us relatively so far. But I will start heading back towards Rome via the Illyrian camp. Whether we want to join up as a Roman or as someone else, well, that's a question we can have a think. But first, Guinevere is causing more problems. Since the last strange event with her, you have had a restless sleep. You are tortured by nightmares. Whenever you wake up, you are bathed in sweat. You can't remember your dreams, making it impossible for you to find the cause of your nightmares. The only logical cause would be Guinevere, but there are no ghosts, no demons, no monsters. There are no magical creatures. She continues to cause problems. Doesn't appear to be any more Illyrians outside the Illyrian lair. We could push in, but I don't know if that's particularly relevant at the moment. I'd rather leave them there to generate more mercenaries. I keep calling them mercenaries, they're not mercenaries. They're Illyrian bandits, I believe. Right, back into Rome Central, as it were. But first, your nightmares get worse and worse. It is a pain, you can't sleep anymore. But not only to sleep, but also to eat is a challenge. You can feel that Guinevere is watching you with her eyes. But she is always smiling, always funny. All of your companions are men like her. She's always picking berries. She cooks and cleans and sews the cloths of yourself and your troops. She's so useful. You can't remember how it was before she joined. But she is watching you. For sure she's watching you. And what if there are demons and ghosts? I must talk with her. Then I'll know what she is. Talk with her to find out what she really is. Fine. Who are you? I want to talk with you. Really, how nice of you. We had no time to know each other better. So what do you want to know? How was your life? How was your childhood? My childhood? I think it was like the childhood of every Celtic girl. I lived with my family in a small house. There I had to milk the cows and goats. I had to shear the sheep. I had to cook, sew, and make all the women's stuff. I also helped the priests. That was great. I helped in preparing the sacrifices. That's why some villagers call me the Touched One. They mean that the gods have touched me. I always thought a lot about gods and other mystic creatures. All in all, it was a peaceful life, not like the adventurous life I now live with your warband. And why are you always smiling? Oh, she blushes, am I? Well, I guess that's because I'm so happy. I mean, you have saved my life, that's incredible. And now I'm living an adventurous life full of challenges. You're so boring at home, trust me. And why are you always watching me? I look really weird with that helmet on. You watch me when I eat, when I sleep, and even when I am thinking. Even in my thoughts and dreams, you watch me. She comes even redder. I don't watch you. Well, yes, sometimes I look at you because you are a handsome man. I'm not Guinevere, but we're going to give the game the benefit of the doubt. I am sorry, but I'm not watching you when you sleep or eat. Since you are part of my party, I have nightmares. Since you're here, I saw strange things happening. I saw dead fish, ravens, corpses. I remember your story. Maybe the villagers are right and you are a demon. No, I'm no demon. There were no demons, no ghosts, no magical shit. I do not know what causes your nightmares, and regarding the strange things you have seen, I'm sure you have seen dead fish, ravens, and corpses before I joined your warband too. It was nothing to do with me, you must believe me. Okay, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I was telling you're no demon. I simply need rest. I'm so happy to hear that. I thought this would be my end. You truly are a man of mind who will be guided by his feelings, and I hope you will soon find some sleep again. Thank you, I feel good off this talk and tired. I think I'll sleep. Still don't really know what you are. I still don't know if I can give you equipment. Whether I want to give you equipment. I can marry Guinevere? I thought about my feelings to you. I cannot imagine life without you. Do you want to marry me? I hoped you would ask me. It makes me so happy. She throws herself into your arms. You spend a long, pleasant hour together. From now on, we shall be husband and wife, or wife and wife. I don't know how Romans felt about two ladies marrying each other. I'm so happy. I'm sure we have a pleasant time riding together through this world. She gives you many kisses. How's the adventure life so far? Okay, we are married to Guinevere. It's not quite the outcome I was expecting, but sure. We're now married to Guinevere. Now, can I go inside here? Well, first of all, let us rest for some time. Here you can set a banner for you. Can I choose from the preset banners or design a custom banner? Let's have a look at the preset ones. I feel like in honour of Guinevere, our wife, we should create a Celtic banner or some kind of Celtic banner. I quite like this one with the kind of stag. Is that because I'm married? Is that why I'm allowed to carry a banner now? I guess it might be. I want to go speak to the man inside if I can. I do need more renown though. Interesting. Okay, do we need more troops? I don't think we do at the moment. Let's go do some more fighting, because that also pays the bills. So we'll head back towards Illyria, I think, to do that. Back to this Illyrian net. There's 59 Illyrian rebels.
Your money or your life.
They want to come attack us, but I think we'll be okay just to fight them back. Well, I really would love some more ranged units, and they're very far away. We'll go meet them part of the way there. We'll speed things up a little bit, because they are quite some way away. In fact, I think I can change that, can't I? Battle size can be much smaller. That's fine. That means they should be a little bit closer to us, I hope. Or it might just be the size of the actual people, which is less useful. It doesn't look like we're getting any closer to them. Infantry here. I need to kind of change my groupings again, because the upgraded infantry I had have now been designated as spearmen. Who are you? You have a horse. Ow. Okay. We're having a little bit of an argy-bargy here in the middle while our respective armies catch up with us. Oh, you have more than one horse. Okay. I didn't realise you were all horseback riders. That's interesting. Everyone can charge now. That's fine. Because I feel like we want to not be dealing with those guys if we can help it. And we do have quite a few spearmen. Ow. That hurt. But our spearmen should be able to make short work of the rest of them. Can't seem to turn the camera around. There was definitely a way to do it. It's very helpful. I can go up, I can apparently go down, but not up. Interesting. Well, we'll retreat for now. And we'll go back in. Because I actually want to take part in this fight if I can. Even at half health. But we will let our troops charge. With the exception of our cavalry and our cavalry archers. Because I don't want them pushing ahead if we can help it. The helmet does look very silly, but it's also quite cool. Infantry here, same with our spearmen, archers and skirmishers up here, cavalry and cavalry archers there. We'll let them come to us this time. I was a bit silly in just charging ahead. I shouldn't have done that really. I can't get over this helmet. It looks very, very funny. I don't know why. It just amuses me for some reason. Howdy. No, I missed you. That's a very bloody horse. There we go. Just take you off your horse as a starting point. My spearmen appear to have not be catching. I need to let my infantry charge straight away. Because at the moment, our skirmishers are going to get absolutely crucified. Because they've arrived beforehand. And our horse is gone. And we're gone. Right, tactically, this has not been the best engagement I've ever done, that's for sure. Oh, there we go. I worked out how to move the camera. Although it looks a little bit dodgy. It's not as quite as simple as the Fendor camera, that's for sure. We might actually be losing this fight. In which case we might want to pull back. Do we have more troops to work with? No we don't, let's get out of here. So this is ready to upgrade. Had I had my other troops there first, that might have gone better. Oh god, trying to work out the mercenary tree is really confusing. But either way, we need to probably pull back to Salona. You're going to come chase us down, I think. Take the money. I probably took on too big a group there. Let's go speak to you. How? I wish to join the army of Rome as an officer. If you're here to fight for Rome, go speak to a Legion commander and ask to be a soldier. Prove your worth, maybe be an officer one day. You need more than 250 renown. And you need more than 75 relation with 2 Roman lords who have more than 400 renown. Or I can just bribe you for 200,000 dinars. Fine, we've got a lot of work to do before we're ready to become a officer of the Roman Empire. We also just need to do some more recruiting. I do think we can take on the Illyrian troops, we just need to be a little bit more sensible in how we do so. I think probably get rid of our less useful troops. We'll keep the Kustos. But I'm going to get rid of the non-kind of important troops from now on. Just so we've got a more sensible army. Because unfortunately the kind of troops we can get from villages are obviously not very good, understandably. Our morale is low. A Roman peasant. You look quite well dressed for a Roman peasant. Come to you in a second. You're probably mercenaries. Do we have a Lady of the Night here? No, but we're probably get morale by speaking to the Tavern Keeper. Only 10 morale, it's hardly ideal. You know what, let's go help the villagers of Venetia. But we'll stay here and spend the night. So hopefully get some morale back through resting. Only 5 morale, we are tanking money. Is our only real concern now. I guess now we've got more of a professional army, money is a concern. Right, 25 Sicarii. Sicarii? Anyway, time to kill them. Is it just me or does the camera feel more zoomed in than normal? Anyway, we'll stay on a horse this one, I think. These guys don't look too bad, apart from their spears. This definitely feels more zoomed in. And I'm not getting the textual information on the side. Interesting. That being said, we still know what we need to do. There we go. Took a little bit of time, but there we go. Our information has come in. Ow, that hurts. No, don't you run away, sir. Come back. There we go. No, you don't get to run either. I'm not very good with my throwing weapons at any form of distance. You're dealt with. I think it's just you left. I'm happy to let them run away. I'll refuse because I should be able to get some better troops. And get some reputation as well. I'm just concerned about my finances. I think we're going to have to go back towards Illyria and fight there because we need the money. So you got lucky and found a small bag hidden behind a bush. Inside the bag was 300 dinars. Excellent. We have a bigger army than some Roman commanders. 47 is a bit more manageable than the 60 we fought before. Come back here. I want to fight you. 36 is probably more manageable. We might be able to take them both on. But we certainly need the money. And is it snowing? I think it is. Right, so everyone forward. Everyone can follow me for the time being until we find a sensible spot to attack them from. I see them coming over that hill, or across the plain from this hill. So we'll set up here. We have no range, all our range has died. In fact, so there's no real reason for us to wait. We may as well just charge in. Infantry go. And we'll let our cavalry catch up once our infantry line has kind of started making it there. I know Rome wasn't huge on like bow and arrows, but certainly ballista and the rowing weapons would be useful. Maybe our more experienced kind of legionary-like troops have that benefit. Cavalry, follow me. I don't want you to die unnecessarily. You can charge now. I still want them to push in too prematurely. The Guinevere's been knocked out. She was charging ahead of the group. Take you out. The Kustos is probably not as strong as they should be. I keep on getting myself knocked out, which is not useful because that means our morale takes a hit. So really I should just let them come to me. That would be the much more sensible thing to do. There's only 33 of them. I'm clearly still not strong enough to just be able to tank a throwing weapon to the face. Clearly it's something that is still not particularly good for my health or well-being. Let's move forward a little bit. Cavalry can just stay here. Where are they coming from? There's just such big battle maps. So, you know, it's obviously I like to keep my troops in formation. That's probably an important thing to do. Everyone just follow me for now. We'll get ourselves roughly into position, at least a little bit closer to them. At least let's set up like here. It's a little bit more sensible. Well, surviving Kustos. My fear is their armour is just not strong enough and their horses don't have much armour either to deal with any problems. If they get knocked off their horse, they are basically only wearing a tunic. But these guys are, I guess, kind of troops that you can get from peasants. But I also think, you know, they are mercenary troops. They should be a little bit stronger. But I'm getting used to how the recruitment system works here. It's definitely different from normal. Cavalrymen just come back here to save your bacon for the time being. But we could really do with some high-level skirmishes. Or something of that nature. Just to help us out a bit, really. Again, there's no real point waiting because we don't have any throwing weapons, but they do. So the most useful thing we can do is just charge them down, really. Just throw some throwing weapons in here. Okay, this is a much more sensible fight. I've also leveled up, which is nice. Howdy. We've got a nice spear there. I have an axe, which will do the job. No running away for you, please. Or you have a fancy helmet and I want it. I want this helmet. We've got no more throwing weapons. But having a Custos is useful just to clear some of these guys up and slow them down. But these guys can just run away, that's fine. That helps with the renown with our morale. We can get a little bit of prisoners here as well. Miles Auxiliary. I'll be intrigued to see what they become. Let's have a look here. Illyrian shield, Illyrian helmet. We should try to take some of this stuff for Guinevere, I suppose. We can't seem to do so. At least via that method. Can I just give her stuff here? Oh, I didn't see what I did with her. I just sent her off somewhere. I thought it was the same message I had before. Whoops. I'm sure she'll be back. Do I want to take on the 47? I can do, but I'd rather take them on a hill.
Everything has a price, even your life.
So that we can hopefully have a hill to our advantage. Not a huge amount of hills, but certainly a very misty day. Again, I think if we just wait here for them, that's the eminently sensible decision, as opposed to just do something else. I've just taken a screenshot. I'm all over the place today. So some of the cavalry is pushing in first, which is fine. I don't think you need to be standing right in the infantry line there, my man. I think your horse can move elsewhere. Kustos is basically good at running down troops, so I guess you could say. They had some cavalry charging towards us, and I don't know where that cavalry has now gone. Which is a little bit concerning. Maybe they just went and rejoined the original party when I was getting my own troops set up. Fine. That's not too bad. It's nice that it is snowing. That's a nice little touch. does look very cool having all these Roman soldiers. I know I could play as like a non-Roman faction, but I feel like when in Rome, literally playing a mod focused around Rome, this is the most likely to have a cool story and cool troops behind it. That being said, Guinevere, our now wife, is very much a Celt, but then we also don't know what we've done with her. I accidentally sent her off somewhere, and I don't know what she's done, because I accidentally forgot to read the text, and then she was like, "Oh, well, I'll go do something," and I've clearly sent her off to do something. Hopefully I haven't sent her to her death. That'd be unfortunate, to say the least. We'll let them come to us, and then we'll charge forward. Again, we want our Kustos to be a little bit further back, I would think. In fact, let's just move our infantry forward. That might be more sensible for the time being. In fact, they can charge. That's fine. Just disassemble their formation, but I think that's okay. Yeah, I'd really love some skirmishers or something. Or ballista. I know there's a chap in Rome selling ballistas. We could think about that. Certainly worth considering. I'm not thrilled by spear people. Because that happens. But I think we'll be okay. I think we have the numbers. Yeah, we've got the numbers to deal with them this time. That's not a problem. I feel like Kustos can stay alive to run some of these guys down. That's where the cavalrymen have gone. I wonder where they've gone. They must have gone for a flanking manoeuvre somewhere. I still think we'll be okay to take them on, though. And hopefully they'll have some good gear for us. One way or another. Enemies routing. I'm not going to chase down people on horseback. Oh, you just decapitated that man. Goodness me. No, we didn't even need to let them rout. They all died. Capture you. Upgrading people also costs a lot of money. I'm going to leave the Kustoses for now. And we'll take what we can. A war shield sounds interesting. Possibly not as exciting as I must have first thought. That's fine. Let's just go sell this in... we'll head back towards Rome, I guess. You come across a group of refugees. Widows with their children, some orphans and some men with their families. They have fled from pillage and war. Help them on their way with money. Not that we have much money to spend, but nevertheless I think we need to try and build up a positive reputation here. If we are to eventually overthrow Nero, which is I guess the plan at some point. Not sell all our bread though, we're going to need that back. Yeah, we need to find a more sustainable source of income. That's probably going to be our next major job. Now that we are a bit more settled on the troop front. Suppose we could do trading if leatherwork or wine sells for a lot here. Do we have a good trader? I'm not sure. Okay, there's a war somewhere far off. That's not too worrisome for me at the moment. None of the trade seems particularly good. Apart from wine, sitting at Donovaria. Where is Donovaria? Locations. Like, if it's a short trade route, I could certainly consider that. Oh, it's up in Britain. Oh, it's kind of down near modern day Cornwall and Devon. Interesting. I still don't know if that really benefits us though, generally. It's the Looper. Something to sell my prisoners here. I don't see a prison broker. That's fine. Actually, let me go back to Rome, because Rome kind of like me. We could get a job there, maybe, from them. Not the tavern, though. Well, there might be a prison broker here. Oh, you're the mercenary captain. You're the merchant that we met initially. You're going to head on your way. You are mercenaries, which I don't need. Physician, Gaidius. I want to sell my prisoners, please. That'll buy me maybe a week. And visit the sites of Rome. I want to meet the Magister at Civium. I want to buy the villa of Gaius Lucarius. I heard he left Rome and his villa is now for sale. 50,000 dinars. It's a prestige object, fine. Can't do that at the moment. Productive enterprise. Okay, we need 200 renown. What are we at the moment? 193, we're not far off. So yes, I think next time we will focus on business because we need money. Because troops are expensive. And upgrading them is also expensive. Although this does give us a more professional army to work with. But if we only take on bandits, it probably won't earn us enough money. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.